Hi everyone. Well, you made it through week 1. I am just going to do a quick recap of things that we should have been doing. Just a reminder, we're going to work out of modules, and you should have created a folder or created some type of a file on a travel drive, folder on your desktop, whichever one you're more comfortable with, and started putting in some of your long-standing assignments, a media collage, a personal journal, and the game design, because you need all three. They're not an or, they're an and. So your personal journal is here. I had some questions regarding this, so I want to make sure that I'm addressing everyone's questions. So in 5 to 7 sentences, you're going to answer each question. It's kind of like a journal or a diary. So you're going to the question is here. You'll take that question, you will reword it, and then when you're done and ready to submit, you'll just delete that number and that question, so it's just the paragraph. And then that's what you will submit, and you'll do one for each of them. So by the end, you'll have 25 beautiful, well-detailed paragraphs on basically how you learn to love, marriage, sex, all of those topics. So the next one was the media collage. Now, I know that this one probably is one that is giving some of you some grief. I am going to send in this post beneath it is going to be a video on Encanto that I created for you, just so that you can see how you can incorporate it and what I'm really looking for. So your presentation's not going to be more than 20 minutes long, and you're just going to go over each slide. I do give you examples here, but then in my example, I show how I break that movie down. So hopefully that will be helpful as well. The game design, last but definitely not least, is you are going to create a game. So pay attention to the finer details, right? You're going to need a total of 30 to 50 terms embedded throughout that textbook, all right? You want a game that you don't have the terms keep repeating, and you're going to want to play that game with your peers probably a couple of times beforehand so that they get the gist of the vocabulary, or else in one of the games I had very upset players because they thought that they had the right answer and they were wrong a couple of times. So we don't want to burn bridges or make friends not be our friends anymore. So let's run through it and give them the peace of mind that they did not take the class. You will be putting it in a PowerPoint because this is an online course, so I want to kind of see all of those things. You will be identifying yourself and your team, but more importantly, you need to create a list of the terms and the definitions so that I can fact check to make sure that you're teaching people the right terms. So with that being said, we're going to go back to modules, and don't worry, it won't be the last time. I will be setting up a virtual touch base if anybody would like to meet with me. It'll be the first week of November. I'm trying to find a good day that works for students, but I think I'm leaning towards a Wednesday. And I'll just be open for about an hour to see if anybody wants to come in. So week 1, you've done your how to start, you've done your introduction, and you've done your syllabus acknowledgement quiz. Week 2, you're going to do a love language assessment. It literally takes 15 minutes. So I know it's only 10 points, but take it. And then you'll do your discussion on marriage. So you'll want to keep on reading because all of those chapters are where you're going to pull your definitions and understanding for those 3 long-standing assignments. And those long-standing assignments seem so far off right now, but they're really coming up quickly. And the game design always takes more time than you think. And the media collage is a little bit harder than one would think. And the journal makes you really think about how you were raised and what messages of love were shared with you. So it can be a little hard to put that in words sometimes. So I just wanted to recap what we've done, where we're going, and how we're going to get there. And I will send out a Google invite for the day that I select for an open session. I'm not going to call it a lab, but an open session if anybody wants to join me. We will talk to you soon, and thank you so much for your time. I'm so glad that for those of you who have been participating actively, and if it's not engaging, let's make it more engaging. So get in there and start responding to those peer responses and those discussion boards. I will talk to you soon.